Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, October 3, 2024. You're inclined to do your very best to promote a peaceful and secure atmosphere today, as you're in the frame of mind to make the most of what you have. It can be a time to make some willing sacrifices for someone special. Pleasantness with others can open doors, and benefits come from paying more attention to the hidden elements and patterns of your interactions. The introspection you do now can be very helpful later. On this day before a solar eclipse, it's crucial to avoid overload. It's a better time to let go of stress, process, and digest before new beginnings or a change of direction. Your interest in your social life is stronger than usual, and connecting with your needs and intuition about how to improve your happiness goals can be most helpful today. Destiny is roaring at this time. Eclipse season has been upon you for over a month, and at this time, you are in the eye of the storm. Eclipse season always brings 2, sometimes 3 eclipses for you to face as you are parading along your path. They cause you to question your current trajectory, offering newfound opportunities or karmic situations for you to face. Soul. AR eclipses are much more friendly, especially to you, since the sun always guards your life, but lunar eclipses are often wildly intense and emotional. Solar eclipses bring fresh starts, whereas lunar eclipses bring endings. How much is too much? Expect to feel emotionally overwhelmed when the moon in Virgo squares Jupiter in Gemini. Usually, you can handle biting off more than you can chew. However, all of your work and personal commitments will catch up to you today. You may have a lot of people to connect with, obligations to fulfill, and other expectations to meet. Since there is so much to handle, you might realize that you cannot do it all. Do not be afraid to ask for help or defer responsibilities if you need to take something off your plate. When you feel you're at the end of your rope, you tend to disengage from others. This may work, but it does have a more abrupt side that upsets your health in subtle but serious ways. When you detach from others, you detach from yourself. This sends ripple effects throughout your whole body. It tells your stomach it's hungry even if it's not. It tells you to sleep instead of staying active, etc. Keeping an eye on yourself is key. A wonderful day in truth, notably in your sentimental life, you could be feeling like you have wings. You may meet someone uncommon who opens up totally new horizons to you. Sustained by your iron will, interested by the social aspects of existence, your humanism will open up new perspectives in your relationships. Let yourself be carried along by this communicative vibration. While Mars doesn't need any encouragement, as he uses his time in your financial sector to ignite your financial passions and fighting spirit, a friendly aspect to Saturn is providing an additional dimension. Mars is impulsive and wants things to happen immediately. While he excels at getting you motivated and initiating action, he often loses interest in the follow-through. Saturn offers not only the resolve needed for sustained effort, but also the commitment to do whatever it takes for as long as necessary. At the same time that Jupiter is slowly coming to a standstill ahead of his retrograde turn in your relationship sector next week, support from the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, is increasing. With Pluto also slowing down ahead of a direct turn next week that will see him start heading back to your communication sector, support between the communication and relationship gods will only continue. Our eyes in the sky. It's easy to get swept up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, isn't it? We find ourselves pulled in a million different directions, juggling responsibilities and commitments, and before we know it, we've forgotten to take a quiet moment for ourselves. But what if I told you that even something as simple as pausing, stepping back, and finding peace in the present could be exactly what you need to restore balance? This is your gentle reminder to check in with yourself today. What helps you feel mentally, spiritually, and emotionally aligned? Maybe it's reconnecting with a favorite pastime, something you haven't indulged in for a while. It could be curling up with a good book, taking a long walk, or simply sitting in stillness, allowing your mind to breathe. Think about what nourishes your spirit. When was the last time you truly prioritized it? Life has this way of constantly demanding our attention, but today, the cosmic alignment encourages you to slow down, recalibrate, and reconnect with what brings you peace. There's something magical about these moments of self-reflection. When we make time to pause and truly listen to ourselves, we often find a renewed sense of self-confidence and clarity. Have you ever noticed how the world seems to slow down a bit when you allow yourself to relax and step out of the chaos? That clarity you're feeling right now is a gift from the universe, a sign that you're on the right path. But here's a friendly reminder: sometimes, when we feel empowered, we might unintentionally come off as overconfident or even a little arrogant. And I know that's not your intention. This is where self-awareness comes in. Today, check in with your emotions. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remind yourself that no one is deliberately trying to get on your nerves. Often, it's just our own stress magnifying the situation. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to truly relax? Treat yourself to some quiet downtime, whether it's a peaceful afternoon or just a few minutes of stillness. This simple act of self-care can work wonders for your mental well-being, helping you regain control of your emotions and approach life with more ease. Now, here's the catch: clarity doesn't always mean it's time for immediate action. Have you ever felt that sudden rush of insight, only to jump the gun and realize you could have approached things more thoughtfully? Don't be afraid to take a step back before moving forward. Just because you're pausing doesn't mean you're losing momentum. In fact, reassessing old plans or revisiting past decisions might be exactly what you need to ensure you're heading in the right direction. Think of it like this: stepping back isn't a setback, it's a strategy for long-term success. If you've noticed some tension building in your relationships lately, maybe a disagreement or an unspoken friction, this is the perfect moment to dial it back and focus on quality over quantity in your interactions. When was the last time a heated debate really left you feeling satisfied, or even closer to the person you were arguing with? More often than not, these disagreements only lead to more frustration on both sides. Right now, the Sun and Mercury in Libra are working together to encourage diplomacy, harmony, and balance in your relationships. Instead of trying to win the argument or get your point across at all costs, try listening with an open heart. Have you ever experienced the power of simply pausing in a conversation and allowing the other person to fully express themselves? It's amazing how quickly conflicts can dissolve when you create space for understanding and empathy. Approach your discussions with patience, and you'll find that the energy of collaboration brings you much further than the energy of competition. Real progress is made when both sides feel heard and valued. So, as you move through your day, think about how you can bring more balance into your interactions. Whether it's with your friends, family, or colleagues, lead with empathy and openness. You might be surprised at how this shift in energy not only strengthens your relationships but also fosters an atmosphere where everyone feels appreciated.